instinct, the kind of drum major instinct, a desire to be out front, the desire to be first. We all want to be important, to surpass others, to achieve distinction, to lead the parade.
On a beautiful 68-degree night in Southern California, we welcome you to Staples Center for Game 3 of our Martin Luther King Day tripleheader. And the NBA on TNT is presented by the United States Marine Corps. Tonight, it is a dream matchup. Two of the best teams in the NBA featuring two of the best players in the NBA. LeBron James and his Cleveland Cavaliers taking on Kobe Bryant and his Los Angeles Lakers, the first of two regular season meetings. And the Cavs have won the last 5 against the Lakers. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with Doug Collins. We'll be joined in just a moment by Craig Sager. Both clubs on the floor, ready to go. Let's take a look at the McDonald's starting lineups. For the Cavaliers, Sasha Pavlovich will make his second start of the season, playing for the injured Delonte West. Anderson Varejao starting for Zydrunas Ilgauskas, recovering from a fractured ankle. And LeBron James coming off a bounce-back performance in the win over the Hornets. For the Lakers, Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant. In the backcourt, Andrew Bynum at center, Pau Gasol, and Vladimir Radmanovic are at the forwards. And in talking earlier with Phil Jackson, Doug, he told us that Kobe requested to match up with LeBron. Now, Phil did not want Kobe to get into early foul trouble, but he said he will let Kobe have a shot at it early on. LeBron comes in averaging just under 28 a game, second in scoring behind Wayne Wade. Kobe in the number 3 slot, 27 a game. Lakers 31-8, best record in the West. They've lost their last 2 at San Antonio and then here at home to Orlando. The Cavs 31-7. They've won 11 of the last 14, and they have the best record in the NBA, Doug, in terms of percentage, although the Magic at 33-8, a half game in front.
Well, Marv, this is going to be an interesting game with a lot of different aspects. But when you talked about the matchups, LeBron will guard Kobe in the fourth quarter if that game is in the if the game is in the balance. And one of the things about Kobe, his mentality is, I don't want to go on LeBron late if he has it going. I would rather start on him and try to keep him quiet early in the game rather than switch over him later. Now, the one thing about it is, if he gets an early foul, they'll switch over and they'll put Vladimir Radmanovic on him because they can't afford to get Kobe in foul trouble. And one of the things about that LeBron has done the last 2 times these teams have played, he's averaged 17 free throw attempts, so you've got to keep him off the foul line.
The officiating crew, David Jones with Mark Wunderlich and Derek Collins. The Lakers 20-3 here at Staples. The 3 home losses to Detroit, New Orleans, and Orlando. At one point they won 15 in a row here at home. And their last game this past Friday night here in LA, they lost to the Magic. Dwight Howard, 25 points, 20 rebounds in that game. Jamil Nelson lighting it up for 28 points, along with 8 assists. Kobe had a triple-double, although he missed 8 of his last 9 shot attempts.
Well, it's going to be interesting, the tempo of this game. Phil Jackson wants to get Cleveland in the half court. If you allow LeBron to get in that open court, he is a nightmare. So they'd like to get in the half court. Keep them in the half court. And the Lakers would like to push this tempo as much as they possibly can and get out and get some easy baskets against this tough Cleveland defense.
Pavlovich opening up against Bryant. Shot clock down to 7. Here is Fisher. The tip stuffed by Gasol.
The Lakers lead the league in second chance points, over 15 a game. When we talked to Mike Brown, he said we must defensive rebound. First possession of the game, Pau Gasol, an easy score.
Wallace making it back from the bout with the flu. Missed a couple of games. Pavlovich looking for the screen, but Gasol jumped out. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Pavlovich with that high dribble. Varejao, yes.
Well, his game is back this year. He really struggled last year, had a contract holdout, was injured, missed games, and he's in a great rhythm and playing very well, and they love his activity when he's coming off that bench and Zydrunas Ilgauskas is starting.
See Bynum feeling for Varejao. Gets inside. And rebounded by LeBron. And as you can see, Kobe opening up on LeBron. Varejao trying to set the screen. Nice pass. Varejao too strong. He was looking for contact. The save. But Ivanovic lost it. We are just underway here in L.A.
Kobe hurt his hand.
Williams rimming out. Kobe Bryant standing off to the near side. Pavlovich for three. Rebounded by Wallace.
Why didn't somebody take a foul here so Kobe can get off the floor?
They're going 4-on-5.
I mean, they should have taken a foul and gotten him off the floor. Now they're going to have to use a 20-second timeout. Use the foul, get him off the floor, and save your 20-second timeout.
Athletic trainer Gary Vitti over to check out Kobe Bryant.
Well, you don't like to jump at anything, but normally something like that, you worry about a dislocation. You know, normally the way Kobe was holding that hand. Now remember, he had that injury to his ring finger last year. He did right before the All-Star game, chose not to have any kind of surgery. But let's see what happens here as Kobe looks like he puts his hand on the hip. And there, I don't know if he was jammed it on his body, but he's in obvious pain. Right there when he went for the basketball, you could see Kobe reach back and hold that hand. And again, there he is asking for help. And when Kobe does that, he's not one of these guys that's a lot on drama. He's not going to come out of a game like this. And you see the tape going on the finger here by Gary Vitti.
And apparently Kobe wants to remain on the floor, looking over at Phil Jackson. No indication of a substitution.
We see Dr. Lombardo there, one of the team doctors for the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is a little bit of a head-to-head competition. You can see, surprisingly, 6 of 9 won by LeBron.
And LeBron averaging better than 28 a game, and Kobe says, I will hang in, and just shakes it off. Gary Vitti working his magic.
One of those things that'll hurt real badly tomorrow.
That was an attempted pass, and it's called offensive interference.
With the adrenaline going tonight, Marv, in a game like this with Kobe, I mean, he'll be able to play through it. Tomorrow is where he's going to feel this, but this is Bynum. This is what he's very good at, guiding that ball into the basket. This one was in the cylinder before he was able to get to it.
Mo Williams. Wallace with the tip.
4 offensive rebounds already early in this game for Cleveland. Lakers have got to do a much better job. You cannot give up multiple shots.
Varejao with the wide open attempt. Back tap. Wallace able to slap it to Pavlovich.
Phil Jackson cannot be happy about that. Varejao's looking like Zydrunas Ilgauskas shooting that jump shot. That's what Z does so well for this team. If Varejao makes that shot, they're going to be very happy tonight.
Cleveland with 5 misses, but 5 offensive rebounds. And on the turnover, the ball back to the Cavaliers. Talking with Phil earlier, he said the key tonight for the Lakers, the offensive glass.
This Cleveland team was a great offensive rebounding team last year. They were best at second chance points. This year, they're shooting the ball so well, they're not having to do as well on the offensive boards.
And Ben Wallace has controlled the offensive boards for the Cavs. Reach-in foul is called as the attempt to knock it aside by Bryant leads to the foul. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Marv, here's what happened to Kobe. He dislocated the ring finger on his shooting hand. Gary Vitti, the athletic trainer, popped it back into place. And Dr. Steven Lombardo, the team physician, said it was all right for him to go back in. So that's why he's in so much pain. His finger was dislocated.
It's like a cornerman in boxing checking with the ringside physician saying, yeah, he's okay.
Yeah. Not my finger.
It is on the shooting hand. Bryant tried to get it on the hop to bite him. So a sloppy start here by the Lakers. They're down 6-2. 3 straight turnovers for LA.
And Cleveland is the #1 defensive team in the league, giving up 89 points a game and 41% field goals. So this is not an aberration. Cleveland is a great defensive team.
Bryant putting the move on Pavlovich. Rebounded by Varejao. Here's James. Slapped away by Bryant. And last touched by James.
That's where LeBron is a nightmare. When he gets that ball in the open court, I mean, this guy's 260-plus pounds. He's so strong and powerful. Great hands there by Kobe, and it did go off the leg of LeBron James.
Bynum getting position on Varejao. Strong move. Blocked from behind. Gasol. Rebound Gasol. They have the new clock. Fisher. Yes.
Cool Derek Fisher. As the Lakers have gotten off to a shaky start here, that was a big shot to knock that down, settle his team down a little bit. I feel the Lakers got a little bit of jitters here tonight, Mark. You can feel this a big game.
It looks like they have come out a little rattled. We are certainly just minutes in. And here is Williams. Yes.
He gives him that ability to create off the dribble. Really, last year, LeBron James was the only guy that could create off the dribble. This year, they have Mo Williams. A healthy Delonte West can do it.
And the foul is called, a blocking foul on Pavlovich. Sasha Pavlovich had not been getting much playing time. In fact, it averaged under 4 points a game coming into the ball game against the Hornets, where he started for the injured Delonte West and hit 7 of 10, 19 points. Oh, nice pass. Andrew Bynum has tied, actually brings the Lakers within 2.
Yeah, Pavlovich is so important to this team, Mark, because he can shoot the ball. He's a bigger guy, and he's a very underrated defender. They need him to play well, and last year he did not play well after the holdup as Mo Williams misses a little 15-foot jump shot.
Gasol with the quick move on Wallace, and a foul. It is called on Wallace.
Now, Phil Jackson was talking to us before the game, and he was talking about Pau Gasol, and he said he is a really, really skilled player. And I think what they're wanting from him is a little more toughness. They felt like last year Boston just out-toughed them, and they're hoping that Gasol will be a little tougher this year and Bynum is back, and that will be the difference.
Radmanovich for 3. Vladimir coming off a strong game the other night in the loss to the Magic. A lot of dribbling here by LeBron James. Fires and hits from downtown.
See, after Kobe got his first foul, they moved Radmanovich over, and you can see LeBron's eyes light up right now, feeling like he can take him at any time.
Gasol off a nice pass from Radmanovich.
Well, deep post position. Ben Wallace has got to get around in front of him because Ben Wallace is undersized in there, and Gasol with those long arms could finish over him very easily.
So the Cavaliers up by 3. Gasol 4 points, 4 rebounds. Pavlovich got the step. Oh, beautiful move. Went to the finesse after beating his man off the dribble.
Deceptively big and quick. Mark, he's an important part of this team.
Fisher for 3. And Williams able to chase it down. It's a Cleveland team that has been blowing out the opposition. They have 24 of their 31 wins by 10 or more points. And they're winning games by a 12-point differential. Yes, LeBron James on a turnaround.
Marv, he was going left and pirouetted and did a 360 or 180 back the other way to knock that shot down. A degree of difficulty was a 10 on that jump shot.
Radmanovich with a rainbow from downtown.
Well, that's why he's out there. He gets him shooting and spacing in the floor. With Kobe out there in a post game, you've got to have perimeter shooting.
Pavlovich wide open for 3.
A mix-up. See, what's happening is Pavlovich is guarding Kobe. And so there's a lot of cross-matching. And so the Lakers and Cleveland really have to talk to make sure they pick up their men in transition.
Fisher tried it off the dribble. Picked off by Wallace. Cavaliers have a 7-point lead as we come up on 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here's James putting moves on Gasol. A wild shot kept alive by Wallace, and he lost it. Fisher fouled by Williams. And a timeout is taken. Cleveland off to the fast start. They've controlled the boards, particularly at the offensive end. 8 of 18 from the field. LeBron James opens up 2 of 4, 5 points. Back to Staples in a moment. In Los Angeles, the Cavaliers off to an 18-11 lead. Let's check out Doug's keys to tonight's game.
Well, contrasting styles, Marv. The Lakers lead the NBA in points at 107.6. Cleveland gives up the fewest, 89. Which style is going to prevail tonight? Who's going to get easy scores? Points in the paint. The Lakers, the second best in the league, over 45 points a game. Points off turnovers. Both of these teams strike in the open floor. The century mark. Cleveland 19-0 when they score 100-plus points. The Lakers are 17-1 when they hold their opponents under 100. And the closer, it's back on TNT Monday. And here we have LeBron and Kobe. If this game is close, who's going to close the deal tonight?
Nice sliding in that solo promo as Gasol hits on the short jump hook. Just under 4 minutes to play in this first quarter. J.J. Hickson and Daniel Gibson have come on for Mike Brown and the Cavaliers. Wally Serbiak getting set to check in. Bryant back on James. And Bryant actually got picked off, and James launched that three-point shot. Here's Radmanovic for Fisher. Played now by Gibson. Shot clock down to 6. Bynum. Strong move on Varejao. Varejao thought that Bynum should have been called for a foul.
I think for the Lakers to win this game, they have to dominate the paint. Gasol and Bynum have to do what they're doing here early. They got to get the ball deep, and they got to finish.
Pavlovic. Well, Sasha, who had the big game the other day, off to the good start. He hit 4 of 4 from downtown. He's 2 of 3 from beyond that three-point line here tonight. Bryant, yes, and the foul. The foul on Pavlovic.
I think you got to come get Kobe that time. Hickson was at the top of the floor. It looked like he was going to double team. He faked it Kobe and then got back. I think in that situation, you've got to go down there and get that ball out of his hands. Kobe is in a great rhythm. He loves, look at the rhythm here. Hickson looks like he's going to help. He gets back. Kobe with that fading jump shot, his opportunity for a three-point play, and Kobe had that dislocated ring finger. It does not bother him here tonight, but it's going to be very sore tomorrow.
Welcome back to Los Angeles. The Cleveland Cavaliers with a 3-point lead. 12 games in the NBA on this Dr. Martin Luther King holiday. 2 of them in this arena. But Staples Center looks a lot different for an afternoon game like they had with the Clippers losing to Minnesota this afternoon than it does for a Lakers game in prime time. A completely different court. Different colors, different logo, different baskets. Also, different configuration for the seating, particularly the scorer's table. It is half the size for a Laker game than it is for a Clipper game. That, of course, Marv, so they can sell more courtside seats. Courtside seats that cost $850 this afternoon for a Clipper game. But you have to pay $2,500 tonight, like Jack Nicholson did, to see the Lakers.
Right. And there is Jack in his usual expensive seat. Incidentally, Wednesday night, the Lakers will be here at Staples, and they will play the Clippers, and it's a home game for the Clippers.
Mark, when you look at the Lakers' schedule, they have had a lot of home games here. They're going to have 2 games against the Clippers here. So if they're 39 games, 24 of the first 39 are going to be in this building. So eventually they're going to have to go out and they're going to owe the road some games.
Sasha Vujacic, Lamar Odom, Trevor Ariza have all checked in for the Lakers. Odom coming off his best game of the season. Here's James off balance, and he banked it home.
That's just strength. He was able to get his body into Odom, create a little contact, and then beautiful kiss off the glass.
Odom got the step, and the pass broken up by James.
It's 5 turnovers now for the Lakers, none for Cleveland. We have to keep our eye on that statistic.
LeBron puts a move on Kobe. And it's the rookie, J.J. Hickson.
See what happens is when LeBron gets in the lane, it collapses your defense and it opens up offensive rebounds. We've seen that tonight 4 or 5 times now. He missed the shot, but somebody's able to clean it up.
J.J. Hickson out of North Carolina State getting more and more playing time. Nice move by Gasol, and he's fouled. Foul got the step and took the hit. Foul on Lorenzen Wright, who had checked in a moment ago. Well, you have until midnight Eastern time tonight to help select this year's All-Star starters and be entered to win a trip to Phoenix for the 2009 NBA All-Star Game. You can log on to NBA.com to cast your vote. You can do it now and tune into TNT this Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern time for the results. So a little less than an hour Eastern time. Pau Gasol able to get that rebound after having his difficulty up the line. Here's Bryant with the step. Odom. And rebounded by James.
They want him to be more offensive-minded. Phil Jackson said, we're force-feeding him now, making him be more offensive-minded, but I think they'd like to see him shoot more points or shots in the paint as this ball is stolen by Vujacic.
Vujacic all the way, rejected from behind by James. Vujacic for three.
Now, Vujacic is so important to this team, Mark, because in the fourth quarter last year, he moved to the 2-guard. Kobe moved down to the small forward, gave him an extra shooter on the floor.
Bryant with the steal. Here comes Odom. Vujacic. Good hustle by Ariza. Kept it alive. And Bryant pulls it back against James. Gasol over Wright. Pau Gasol. And the Lakers with a spark move within two.
The first two Cleveland turnovers of the quarter allow the Lakers 5 straight points to get right back in this game.
3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. LeBron trying to look away. Final seconds. Vujacic. Yes! Another three for Sasha Vujacic. Down to 2 seconds. Here's Gibson. Gets it off for three. And that's the end of the first quarter. Fast start for the Cavaliers. Not the case for the Lakers. But the Lakers turn it around. They end this first quarter on a 14-6 run. One complete here at Staples. It's the Lakers by 2.
Right pass at the right time and resulted in most of the 8 points the other way.
Kobe wants to guard LeBron. You want the cross matchup? Would you like to see LeBron guard Kobe at times?
He will. We don't chase lineups. We don't chase matchups. So, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. As long as we get the win somehow, some way.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cavaliers head coach Mike Brown on his 4th season as the head coach of the Cavs. He's led Cleveland to at least 45 wins in each of his first 3 years, including a trip to the NBA Finals. Second quarter underway. Cavaliers ended the first with 3 straight turnovers. The Lakers scored the last 8 points of the quarter.
Well, Mark, when you look at it, you say, well, you had 3 turnovers for the quarter. That was excellent. But you just said it. I mean, 8 points. And we talked about it. These are teams that thrive off turnovers. The Lakers get over 19 points a game, as do Cleveland, points off turnovers. You must protect the basketball.
And here's Williams with the teardrop. Oh, Williams goes the lane. And the game is tied at 26. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James sitting out here at the start of the second. Bynum over Lorenzen Wright. Very strong baseline move by Andrew Bynum, who has 6 points.
I don't know, that ball got in the basket. It was such a flat shot.
Williams. Vujacic reaching for it, cannot get to it. Ariza does. Bynum again working on Wright. The tip missed by Ariza. Able to get back to it. Good hustle by Trevor Ariza.
Well, the energy plays right now going to the Lakers. Cleveland's got to clean up that defensive backboard.
Fisher and Vujicic in the backcourt. Odom, Bynum, Ariza up front. Vujicic for three. That's his third.
The machine is back. The self-proclaimed machine.
Yes, he did give himself that nickname because of his excellent three-point shooting in practice sessions. And as a result, teammates would refer to him as the machine in a kidding manner. Odom for three. And Serbiak with the save. This
Laker bench is so important. They're missing Jordan Farmar right now, who was a big part of this bench, who's been out with a knee injury.
This is Hickson. Mike Brown has liked the play of the rookie out of North Carolina State. First-round draft pick, led the ACC in shooting percentage in his one collegiate season.
Starting to get acclimated to the speed of the NBA game, playing every possession hard.
Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Craig Sager were at Staples in Los Angeles. Lakers with 4 on the shot clock. And Ariza with the pass that drifted away on the turnover. Cavaliers get it back.
See, Marvin, we talked about the Laker bench as while ago, and these guys, all their numbers are down. Vujicic has struggled with an injury. Odom coming off the bench this year had a knee bruise. Radmanovic has been in and out of the starting lineup. Luke Walton has had a foot injury. He struggled. The internal improvement last year of these players, along with Bynum, the addition of Fisher, is really where the Lakers made that huge jump last year. And Marvite spoke about it with Farmar not playing now. Fisher's minutes are up. And what's happening is in the fourth quarter of games, he's getting worn down a little bit. They saw that just in the previous game against Jameer Nelson, who had 20 points in the second half and had all the critical shots in that fourth quarter when they came back and beat the Lakers here in the previous game.
Foul on Bynum, a blocking call. Second team foul on the Lakers. Wide open shot from Mo Williams from downtown. And what a pickup Mo Williams has been for the Cavaliers. Guy who had an eventful offseason. Cleveland acquired him from Milwaukee in that 3-team, 6-player trade. A couple of weeks later, as Bynum was able to knock it down again. 2 weeks after the trade, Mo Williams got married, tied the knot. Bynum is now 4 of 7, 8 points. And Lorenzen Wright off the mark and carries out of bounds. So the ball back to the Lakers. We are early. Second quarter. The Lakers with a 33-31 lead on the Cavaliers. You're watching the NBA on TNT.
Well, it's obviously a very special time for us in our history, and the significance of this day, and then to follow the significance of this day up with the historical event that's taking place tomorrow. It's a fun time to be an American citizen, I'll tell you.
And here in LA, this is game 3 of TNT's Martin Luther King Day tripleheader, and around the country today, Dr. King's life has been celebrated, and this on the eve of a remarkable day in world history, the inauguration of Barack Obama as President of the United States. Doug, I don't think the president will be shooting hoops tomorrow, although you never know, might get in a game of horse in the early morning hours.
Well, a lot of speculation. He might change that bowling alley in the White House to a basketball court. We'll have to see if Marv maybe he can announce one of his pickup games if that happens.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I'm ready to go.
And here's Odom getting inside. It's blocked by Hickson. Mo Williams lost the dribble, able to recover as he's met by Vujicic. Wright gets inside. Bynum got a piece of it. Hustled down by Vujicic. He's been on fire. He's hit 3 from downtown. Odom off a nice pass from Vujicic.
Something happened with Mo Williams. He fell down. I don't know if he got tripped or what happened. And when he did, there was absolutely nobody in front of Lamar Odom, who goes in for the easy score off the transition game.
Lakers up 35-31. Williams with a rainbow. Rebounded by Odom. Fisher around Serbiak to the wild reverse. Bynum able to get to it and scores. Andrew Bynum off to a good start. 5 of 8, 10 points.
The Lakers' size right now has really bothered Cleveland. With no Zydrunas Ilgauskas, I mean, Bynum and Gasol so much bigger than the front line of Cleveland.
Another Cavalier turnover, and then a jump ball is called. Tie-up between Szczerbiak and Fisher. Zydrunas Ilgauskas recovering from that fractured left ankle. He has been cleared to begin his rehabilitation. Could return to practice very soon. We talked earlier about Delonte West Thursday night in Chicago. Broke his right wrist, suffered facial cuts in a collision. There's Delonte with Derrick Rose of the Bulls. LeBron James making his return. It's a 6-point Laker lead. And the jump ball between Szczerbiak and Fisher. The Cavaliers at 31-7. They've won 11 of the last 14. It's the best start in the history of the franchise. James now played by Ariza. Nice ball movement. Szczerbiak from downtown. And the shot clock buzzer.
You space that floor, you got to be able to knock down threes, but LeBron James is going to create so many opportunities. He drives that ball in the paint, and people have to help you make the extra pass. That's that hockey assist. Get in the lane, make the extra pass against the rotating defender. Odom just cannot get there quickly enough, and Wally Szczerbiak, who's coming off a nice game the other night, he had 14 points off the bench against New Orleans.
Szczerbiak called on that foul. Here's Odom finding space. Rejected. Beautiful play by Varejao. Ariza got picked off. Szczerbiak. Nice move on Vujacic.
Wally just used his strength that time. He just overpowered Vujacic, who's the quicker man, but Wally just sort of used that crab dribble that LeBron likes and just took it down. He got the easy score.
Are they teaching that now in the Cavalier practice? Odom on the recovery and an offensive foul.
See, Lamar Odom is trying to be very aggressive, Bart. Remember Phil told us before the game we're going to start force-feeding him, and I've seen this before. It's not within his personality to be that offensive-minded. He's more of a flow kind of guy, and he's forced 2 or 3 shots here in this sequence.
Comes off 17 points, 9 rebounds in the game against Orlando. 17 points equaling a season high. His numbers have been down. Szczerbiak on the spin. Oh, what a move by Wally Szczerbiak.
How about LeBron was out of the game. It was 37-31. He's come in a 7-0 run. They've taken the lead once again. So it didn't take long for LeBron to assert his will on this game.
Here's Fisher for 3. Lakers back up and have a 2-point lead. Wally Szczerbiak has scored the last 7 for the Cavaliers. Here's James twisting. Fisher pushes it. Odom on the move. Odom with that driving hook. The tip missed by Ariza. Rebounded by Varejao.
Ariza very active on that offensive board. That's twice he's had tip-ins that looked like he came from nowhere. Just didn't get him to fall.
Williams from downtown. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in this first half. Bynum gets inside and he is hammered.
Well, Bynum running right to the front of the rim. That's Tex Winter, who's a big part of this architect of the offensive triangle, calls that a post lane sprinter. Your first big men down the floor, run right to front of that rim, look to seal. And we've seen that happen now with Gasol and Bynum. Early offense, and the Lakers are capitalizing.
Welcome back to Staples Center in Los Angeles with the Lakers up by 2. First of 2 meetings on the season between these 2 clubs. And the usual star-studded crowd here in L.A. headed by Jack and Don Rickles on hand tonight. Along with Sylvester Stallone to our right. And another Laker regular, excellent actor Andy Garcia.
Marv, this game has been flying by, the pace of this game. One of the reasons there's been very few fouls. This is the 4th free throw attempt of the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. They're now 1 of 4, and Cleveland has not attempted a free throw at all. So this game has been back and forth, very little stoppage. There's been a great flow to the game as neither team really has gotten to the line.
Bynum a 68% free throw shooter. Able to hit 1 of 2. Kobe Bryant back on the floor. Sat out the first 7 minutes of this second quarter. Lakers up by 3. Pavlovich, who just returned, hits from downtown.
LeBron really likes the double team because when he sees it, he baits it, holds the ball, and they make the extra pass. Mark, we call that hockey assist, that extra pass that leads to that open jump shot, and Pavlovich really shooting the ball well.
Good second effort by Bynum, and that'll put him back at the line. The foul committed by Varejao.
Look how strong he is. He baits the double team, and in the extra pass, Wally sees the rotation. Kobe rotated up to take away Gibson, so he just skips it across to Pavlovich. And Marv, if you're going to have a post game, or you're going to have a great player on the perimeter that's going to get double teamed, you have to have shooting. And that's one of the things Danny Ferry, a lot of the contributions that he's been able to go out and make with the changing of this roster is he's put shooters around LeBron. You get Delonte West, Daniel Gibson, Pavlovich, Wally Szczerbiak, Mo Williams, guys who can make shots. Now you're very hesitant to make those double teams.
And the Lakers are killing themselves at the line. The 2 of 7 at the free throw strike. Game tied at 41. Oh, James got an inside Varejao block, came right back, and then James puts it down, will not count. Offensive interference.
Varejao had a point-blank shot. Looked like at the last minute, I don't know if that was Kobe came over. Somebody looked like they maybe got a piece of the first one, and then he missed a point-blank layup here, and LeBron, that ball is on the rim. That's an excellent call by Davy Jones, and that 2 points is wiped away.
Pau Gasol checks back in, so the Lakers now have Fisher, Odom, Bryant, Gasol, and Ariza on the floor. Lakers at 31-8, best record in the West, 4th best start in the history of this storied franchise. Here at home, they've won 20 of their 23 games. Bryant played by James. Rebound comes to Szczerbiak. Game tied at 41. Here's James for 3. And the Lakers do not mind seeing LeBron taking that type of shot. Fisher from downtown. Rebounded by Gasol. The steal by LeBron. Kobe is back. James cut off and fouled by Ariza.
How would you like to try guard him in the open court? When he rebounds that ball or gets a long rebound and he's coming at you with his speed and power and quickness, when he puts his body on, look at him, he just rips the ball away from Pau Gasol, and now he is a runaway train in that open court. Ariza tries to reach in, and LeBron does a nice job of taking the contact and creating the foul, but you can see where he is here, fast break points, and I think our Craig Sager has more about Trevor Ariza. What do you got, Sags?
Quite a history between Trevor Ariza and LeBron James. They were in high school at the same time. Westchester High School here in L.A. for Ariza. Meanwhile, LeBron was at St. Vincent St. Mary in Ohio. They actually had a big game in New Jersey at the primetime shootout. Ariza's uncle said, I don't know why this LeBron James gets all this publicity. My nephew, Trevor Ariza, is better than he is. LeBron took it to heart and put 52 on him. Mark.
Now there's an anecdote we have not heard as Odom is able to hit on the driving hook.
I've seen Sags. He has not set down the whole game. This guy is just a bundle of wisdom. He's just waiting for us to go to him, Marv. That's all.
Craig going very deep into his notes for that one. Here is James. Yes.
He is so strong. Marv, the game is so easy for him, and his fundamentals, his attention to detail have gotten so much better through the last 4 or 5 years.
Pau Gasol right back. LeBron is 4 of 10. He has 9 points. And Kobe, a very low-key first half. He did dislocate his ring finger early on. First couple of minutes, just 1 of 3, has 3 points. Foul is called on Fisher. And a timeout with just under 3 minutes to play in the half. And the Lakers and the Cavaliers tied up 45.
You look like you're gearing up all of a sudden.
Welcome back to Staples. We have LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, a primetime matchup in L.A. And speaking of stars in prime time, with me Tom Cavanaugh and Eric McCormick. Stars of the upcoming series on TNT, Trust Me, starting next Monday. And I know you're a big basketball fan. Marv talks about your ability, always sees you at the celebrity game. Tell us about your matchup tonight and watching this one.
Well, I was saying to Eric, this is one of the thrills, like, to be at this game, watching probably the two preeminent players of the game going at it. And the great thing is they're actually guarding each other partially sometimes. You know, you don't expect Kobe to be guarding LeBron to be guarding Kobe normally. I mean, they have to switch off occasionally, but watching the two of them go at it, it's amazing.
Vancouver and Toronto, how did two Canadians become such involved in basketball?
Well, I mean, the amazing thing is that we're starting on this show where I don't think any two Canadians have ever started on an American show before. It shows that we're taking over. We're taking over, people, like the pod people.
Well, the show sounds pretty good about an advertising agency in Chicago. A conflict, talks about personality conflicts, egos, and all. What makes the series so good?
What makes the series so good?
He does. Also, I think it's just a new setting. You know, we've seen doctors, we've seen lawyers. This is really a cutthroat world. The advertising world is a dying world because of TiVo, because of the internet, and these are guys fighting for their livelihoods every day to reinvent an old way of doing things. You know,
I've read the clips, I've seen the previews, and Marv, trust me, it's going to be another hit.
Well, you know, Doug, as they say, the buzz is red hot on Trust Me.
Anytime Seg says trust me, it makes me nervous.
Yes. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in this first half, Bryant, and he's been off. Cavaliers with the ball and lead by 3.
Mark, remember now, it was the Lakers who closed out the first quarter so strongly with those 3 forced turnovers and 8 straight points. Let's see how Cleveland does here at the end of the second period.
Gibson off balance. Bryant met by James. Nice pass. Odom lays it home.
That's where Odom is really moving without the ball, catching it, finishing it, or isolating at the top of the floor, going left, looking for his shot.
Ariza looking for the steal. Cavaliers felt there was contact. Pavlovich has had the hot hand. Shot clock to 4. Gibson slipped it inside, and Wallace was fouled.
This will be Cleveland's first free throw attempt of the half, Marv. Their low of the season is 2 free throw attempts, so Ben Wallace will go to the line here, and actually a good foul by Derek Fisher. Ben Wallace, a guy who struggles at the line. You don't want him to give him a layup, so make him go to the line and make a couple free throws. Actually, Boston did the hack of Ben this year in one of their games, put him to the line, and he was 5 of 10 at the line, so Ben takes that personally.
45% on the season, just 20 of 44. Goes with that high arcing style to open things up. Let's check in with Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studio.
Southwest Airlines game break coming up just a few minutes. Kenny and C. Webb will break down the first 24 minutes in L.A. And on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, complete highlights as 24 of the league's 30 teams were playing on this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And on Thursday, exclusively on TNT, we will announce the all-star starters. Balloting ends 23 minutes from now. You still have time. Back to you, Marv.
All right, thank you, Ernie. Ben Wallace, once again, with that rainbow style at the line, hit the second after missing the first. Good play by James on the steal, putting moves on Bryant. Bryant cut him off. Final minute of this first half. Here is James. Went 1-on-2. He forced it.
And he created the contact. That's twice now. They have not given him that call.
And James thought, rather, Bryant thought he was fouled. Here's James, and he is fouled. Look out. Whoa! Odom with the shove. And LeBron, showing his leaping ability, is able to avoid several fans.
Well, can you feel the energy and the passion in this game? Look at the bump here by Lamar Odom. He did not want to let him get one more dribble where he could take off and finish it. Look at this. His new commercial, he's a football player. Maybe in the Olympics he could be a long jumper here, Marv. He's got all things going for him.
Foul on Odom, his second. Lakers are over the foul limit. Just 46 seconds to play in this first half. So LeBron to the line for the first time. Cavaliers have improved at the free throw line dramatically from a year ago. James is 78% foul shooter.
You know, guy Chris Gent, who's one of the assistant coaches over at Cleveland, really is getting a lot of credit for working with LeBron. He's developed a real trust, and those guys work every single day on their shooting, and that's what it's all about, repetition. And more importantly, LeBron really has paid attention. There's Chris Gent. Every shot the same way, perfecting it. And I think that attention to detail has really taken his game to another level.
Pass intended for Gasol. He thought that Wallace was tugging on his shorts.
They'll go for a quick 2-for-1 here. 35 seconds. It looks like maybe not. They're going to make sure they get a good possession.
Lakers with a third straight turnover to give the ball back.
Like 3 straight turnovers for Cleveland to finish the first quarter.
Shot clock is down to 6. Here's James. And he stepped out of bounds.
LeBron, everything right except the pass a little low. And Marv, one of the big things about being a good shooter is you want to receive a good pass. Normally, LeBron is an excellent passer. That time, a little careless. The pass was low, and Daniel Gibson or Mo Williams fumbled the pass, and the shot stepped out of bounds and didn't get a shot at the basket.
Phil Jackson able to get Sasha Vujacic back on the floor. A possible long-range shot comes on for Odom. Lakers play it out. Final seconds. Down by 3. Here's Bryant over James. Yes. With 1/10 of the second left. So that's the end of the first half. Kobe Bryant with only a second field goal. He has 5 points, but does have 6 assists. LeBron James 4 of 11. For 10 points. Sasha Pavlovich also with 10. And the high men for the Lakers, Andrew Bynum with 11. And Pau Gasol with 10. Halftime at Staples, Cavaliers 50. And the Lakers 49. Let's go to Craig with LeBron.
Well, LeBron, Kobe told us before the game, I want to guard LeBron. I want to accept this challenge. How do you approach the challenge tonight going against Kobe?
Well, 2 of the ultimate competitors want to guard each other. We know if we contain each other, it's a possible chance that whoever contained the most can win the game. So we're both taking the challenge. Very good defender, very good team.
How much help are the Lakers giving Kobe? And had a couple of turnovers there at the end of the first quarter that kind of hurt you guys.
Careless on my part. I try to make up for him and not be as careless as I was at the end of the first, but it's a lot of help out there for him.
All right, thanks a lot. Right now, LeBron and Cleveland with a 1-point lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a T-Mobile halftime report. EJ, Kenny, and C. Webb in our studios in Atlanta.